Yes.
And my girl, the first time I see her dancing on music video,
Yes. But she was like dancing sensually or the
like,
Afro?
It was more like
she was tuned with
spiritually.
like spiritually, more like you would think she trying to channel her
Yes,
African
it was giving
ancestors.
OBR. It
It was-
definitely was. It was.
Tell me how you feel.
I'm sorry.
So what going on?
So.
It's me, HadieLeonie.
And it's your girl itsJojoRenée, and you are tuned into Bite the Bullet podcast, episode 17.
Ooh, but we have a
Kenyo.
we have
a
special guest.
We have
Singer.
a influencer. We have a
Songwriter.
songwriter. We have a singer. We have who do we have?
God's chosen, as I tell you. Because how do you just exist
Don't do that.
like this?
Don't be humble in here. Don't be humble in here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. But say your name?
It's Kenyo.
Not a tune.
Yeah, guys. We
Oh
got
my
Kenyo in the building. I don't know
gosh.
if that touched you the way we touching us, but
Yes.
We here.
we here. So
Wait.
wait.
I'm honored,
First
first
of
of all.
all,
Yeah.
yeah, and we know that you speak French, so please tell us what's 17 in French.
17. Épisode 17.
Oh, episode 17.
You know.
Oui,
Somebody come for me for my French accent in
17.
episode 5.
You got it.
And I was
Oh,
like,
you said bonjour?
No, episode 5.
Oh, God.
But anyway, episode 17.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
to the
Anyways,
episode.
guys. Yes, don't
Oh
forget
my
to like, comment,
gosh.
subscribe, turn on the bell notification. And I don't know if you notice. If you're listening in audio, you're missing out. But if you're looking in video, guys, we are in a studio.
Bop.
We have
Ta, ta,
upgraded.
ta, ta.
We have arrived.
I know everybody checking like, what the fuck going on here?
What's
today?
happening?
But we're in a new location,
Yo.
guys. We no longer on my couch.
The blanket gone.
The blanket gone. How you can see my legs.
We got some
And
professional
my shoes.
We got
Oh.
different angles.
Yeah.
Angles.
New BTB who this? Hello. But yeah, so
I hope I as excited as we are, but
yeah.
it's a surreal moment, and I'm not even gonna lie.
And we still getting used to it. I ain't gonna lie, guys. We had an iPhone. Now we got 3 cameras. I don't know where to look. It's like, what?
We really
But-
thought we was doing something with the 4K.
We did.
That's still something, though.
I mean,
That's still very much something.
it
Yeah, people thought we
is-
was professional.
That's true.
So technically we was doing something.
We was. When I walked in here today, I was like,
Yeah.
Netflix.
You know
They
where to
coming
look.
over
Yes,
wherever. She like,
exactly.
whoa.
Give it Netflix.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How do you feel?
How you
mister?
feel?
How do I feel? Like I said, it's an honor. It's an honor to be here. Like, first episode in a studio,
Mhm.
you know, and this is my first Bite the Bullet, you know, and not
And we
my
so
last.
Oh no, period.
Not your last.
Yes,
we
yes.
done said that.
But I feel good though. I'm in NL. This is my 3rd time here. My
Mhm.
2nd time performing here as well.
And he did amazing. I saw it, guys. I was a bit drunk, but I saw it.
Girl, not just you. I was on that stage leaning, but I had to stand up
Yo,
straight.
Nobody
Okay?
noticed. The lean looked like the dance move.
Okay, good.
So,
You got dancers? Or it was just you?
Yes, I do have dancers. They weren't with me, but one of them, my friend Troy, he was with me backstage, and you know, just to help me get into the right
mhm.
mind state and everything. So yeah, it was just me on stage
Mhm.
this time around, though.
With the vocals.
Mm.
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my gosh. How you feel it is to perform here? Versus,
Honestly, the last time, I'll be honest, I was a bit more sure of myself because I was like dead smack in the middle of my soca career.
Mm.
So after not releasing something for like 3 years, I felt apprehensive about being on stage, and
Yeah.
I'm used to after performing, after not performing here for so long,
Mhm.
being in St. Martin and within the Caribbean, I usually perform with my band.
Yeah.
And I have
true.
my band director and everything. This time I had a DJ that I've never played with before.
Mm.
So I was in the air, you know,
Yeah.
but I knew I had to make the most out of it, and it wasn't comfortable. But still, I came out, feeling good. I finished. I was like, This
He
wasn't
did
too
the
bad.
damn
This wasn't too
thing.
bad.
I
And then
didn't
Martin
even
was in the
notice.
house.
Yes.
So Martin was in
In
the
the
house.
house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Always though. That's one
Yes.
thing I love about SVD. You're gonna
Yeah.
see St. Martin people.
They was here. They was
Mhm.
outside.
But I know the only reason you was here.
Oh
tell
no!
us,
So
tell us.
actually, yeah. So this was like a domino effect of me being in NL. The reason why I came originally was to perform for the opening of the exhibition. They had an exhibition for COVID, remembering COVID.
Yeah.
The King, Alexander William.
William Alexander. Alexander William?
Yeah, you know, the French I don't have to flip it, you know?
Yeah.
Alexander William, he had the opening of the COVID exhibition, and they needed a representative from the islands, from the
Oh
Antilles.
wow.
And I was representative for St. Martin.
Mm-hmm.
They called my manager, and I was there, and I did what I had to do, and it went crazy. I was nervous for that as well.
Yeah.
I was very nervous.
I had a lot of people.
Yeah. What was the vibe there? Because now I'm.
Because I know it was behind God back October.
Let me tell you something. I have a story
October?
for you just now.
Oh, we ready?
Yeah. I have a
That's
story for you
story
just now.
time.
Because you said behind God back, you ain't like, okay?
Yeah. Underneath
But-
his toe.
Okay?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
The
vibe
crust.
was good. The vibes was nice. The team, it was the beat agency. They took care of me when it came to accommodations and making sure I was comfortable. So I have to big up Marilyn. She gonna see this. I'm gonna send this to her. Marilyn,
Mhm.
big up to you. I really appreciate you for being there for me. And Atmar as well. I don't know if you guys
Oh,
know
yeah,
Atmar.
yeah, yeah,
He
it's Atmar.
danced
Yeah.
for that
Aw.
event as well. And when he see me,
that's
he was like, wait, what you doing here?
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
Like,
shit.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it was nice to have another St. Martin deal. And I did Hometown Glory by Adele.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I did see
Yeah.
that you put, yeah.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, and it was like a moment. People were emotional because it was that time where they could there was a group of people, and they picked
Mhm.
one person to the first person that that comes to mind when you think of
Mhm.
COVID is who they had a tribute to in that sense.
Okay.
You know, so that song in itself was very emotional for them, and for me to be that person to bring that emotion even more out, you know,
Oh, that's beautiful.
it was a good feeling. It was a good
And
feeling.
you
How
go
it was
SVD?
traveling. To the-
Traveling. Okay, so story time.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes.
So I know NL to be between Den Haag, Amsterdam, and Notre Dame,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
I was in Helvoort. Helvoort, that's how you pronounce
I
it.
don't even
Den
know.
Bosch.
Hello, food slice.
Sorry? Wait, what?
Hopefully.
No, okay, Helvoirt. Helvoort.
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 That's
I
how you
never
know
heard
it's
about
far.
this place.
Listen, and I was there. There was a hotel in that area, and leaving after the event and everything,
Mhm.
you know, they were like, "All right, great, thank you for being here." I was like, "Thank you for having me," and I had to go to a bus stop, and I had to walk through like 5 farms
Oh no.
and the bush. I can show you a video after this, but like,
Not the border,
maybe you
right?
could answer this. I can share like maybe you can answer this. Hello.
You really in the farm.
And I dragging my suitcase like, yeah, and GPS like go straight. And I know Teen Lane because it got this trail.
This GPS is taking me into the fucking woods.
Anyways.
Nah, that sounds like the start of a scary movie.
And I tell my manager, it was like,
house too.
cows.
What the hell?
Okay? Look, try. I was dragging my suitcase through a
With your
cow farm.
suitcase? That's
When I tell you,
they didn't book your Uber?
see, no, I was trying to get an Uber, and Ubers was like, we ain't coming here.
No,
Okay.
That
in
has
them places they don't have
happened.
Ubers.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Oh,
It's crazy, but I made it. The GPS told me to keep going straight. You know, you're on the streets. Okay, walk. The pavement stopped,
Uh-huh.
and then I went from pavement to bush to grass, and then there was ponies on that side, cows
Welcome
on
to
this side.
NL.
It was
wait.
an experience.
But going there, you didn't have to go to the farm.
No, going
they
there, it
drive-
was like, yeah, everything was like cool, yeah. Drop me right in front of my hotel. But then after, where I wanted to go, you know, it was like I just was ready to go, and yeah. That's the story time. Through
That's
bush
why.
and woods.
But we sit on an episode like, oh, this country does have you going through some adventure.
Yo, but Google Maps too.
Yes, and Google Maps.
Google Maps be trifling.
They really do.
Google
really
Maps,
do.
they had a time I had to reach a place, right? Let's say this is the point of beginning.
Uh-huh.
This is point B. I could have go so. Google Maps sent me so.
All wrong.
I say, what the hell?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Welcome to the Netherlands.
Welcome to the
Yes, gotta love
Netherlands.
it. Gotta
Yes.
love it.
Overall, you enjoy yourself.
No, but honestly, great experience.
Yeah?
Yes, for
So you
sure.
coming back soon?
Yeah,
Like
I
with the part
thinking
two?
I thinking about it. I might spend a little more time here sometime next year. You know, so much to see, so much to
Mhm.
experience.
And you could go other
connections.
places.
Yes,
Like
it's
that.
Europe, so it's like open to anywhere. I
Because
wanna
where
go.
have you been? Other than here?
Other
France
than
for
here,
sure, probably.
yes. So I used to go to France every Christmas as a kid. Bordeaux, the south of France. A lot of my cousins live
Bordeaux?
there. Yeah.
For the
They
last
say
time
they got good
Martin
wine
was
over there
there.
and stuff.
Yeah, I already know.
Mhm.
Yeah. A lot of
Oui,
Saint
oui.
Martiners, yeah.
A
Between
lot of
Toulouse
Saint-Martiners.
and Bordeaux,
No.
there's a lot of people
I
there.
like how he says
Toulouse.
Bordeaux.
Like,
Yeah,
Toulouse.
you know.
Bordeaux.
Sorry.
France, UK. I was stuck in the UK during the pandemic for like 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in 2020. I was there for a while. That was cool. Germany, I was in Germany in 2020. Well, 2019.
Mhm.
Yeah, they went there for music. The good thing is that
You've been
most
everywhere.
of these places,
Mhm.
I've traveled a lot. And
Mhm.
most of the places I go to is because of the music, because of what I do. You know? So
Mhm.
I get to travel and do what I love at the same time. So that's a blessing.
I wanted to actually
Mm.
ask you, like, what do you feel is the best part about what you do? If you had to sum it up.
Number one for sure is the way I can touch people like through my music, especially when
Mhm.
performing. That's one of my maybe my favorite thing to do, like hit the stage, perform,
Yeah.
dance, entertain.
Mm.
And when I see how people are impacted by just me as an artist and my team, my band, my dancers, it's a whole movement, you know?
Mhm.
So that moves me the most for sure. And then the songwriting process,
Mm.
being able to like put my emotions and my feelings into words, and then the production part and the whole thing is like,
See it materialize. Yeah.
you know, I
Mhm.
just love it. I love every part.
I
of it.
love also your IG covers. I was like,
Oh.
what's coming next?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So it's like I wasn't so consistent on social media for a very long time, but after a while, I'm like, I have to use this to my benefit, to my
For
advantage.
sure, especially nowadays.
Yeah, like we
Yup.
have so many resources, we have to use them, you know.
Mhm.
So that's one thing I really getting back on track with, which is my IG covers and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
I
So
love
thank you
them.
for
I
recognizing
hear
that.
for them.
Mhm.
I
I
appreciate
I can't remember
it.
what cover it was. You had posts and my brother was on Twitter like he waiting for it. I can't remember. But you know what I'm talking
yeah, I know
about?
what you're talking about.
But I was
yes.
just like, he's already done it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, snooze. Sizzle.
Yes, snooze.
Yes.
Help for it. But how you get into music though?
How I got into music. So I started at a very young age. A quick story. So in kindergarten, I went to school in Sandy Ground. Kindergarten in Sandy Ground, French side.
Mhm.
And there was the teacher decided to create this CD. And all the little kids were on it. I was on it. But I wasn't in the forefront. But I paid attention to what was going on throughout the process.
Mhm.
And that's when I fell in love with it. You know, I wasn't a lead vocalist on it or anything. But ironically, like now in my life, it's like now I'm in the forefront. You know what I mean? So that's when I fell in love with it. And then at the age of like 7, 6, my dad asked me to sing a song in church. And that's when, going back to what I said earlier, I saw how the congregation was so moved by just me being vocal and just singing, you know? And that's when I fell in love, like instantly. I was like, I want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
So that's when I fell in love with it, you know?
And you've been going.
Yeah, ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah.
And where are you going?
Yeah.
Where am I going?
Mhm.
Okay, so
Tell them.
yeah, so I haven't released music in like 3 years. The
Okay,
last
Rihanna.
the
You got
shade,
wait
the shade,
Waiting.
the shade. Don't do that again.
No.
I would check you real quick.
No, yeah, as you should. You're right. But yeah, so it's been 3 years, and I've been working on a project for the past 3 years, working with different people as well. I was with a label. It was very tumultuous. Let's not get into that. But
It be like that.
yeah, I'm very glad I'm out of that situation. Yeah.
Bombastic.
Side
Okay.
eye.
That's what we call that, right? Yeah. Yeah, but nah. So
The
even
shit
with
is
all
shit.
those experiences, it's like I put all that into the music, and I'm ready to release some new stuff within the next few weeks. You guys should expect something very
You
new,
ready?
and hopefully in the early part of next year, the EP is going to be out. The first single is I Be The One. So that's the name of it. I Be The One. So abbreviation I Be The One. And it's a personal song for me because I'm a lover boy. You know, I just
Listen to it,
All
two
of
lover
us are on
girls,
the
so we
coast.
feel
Yeah.
it. We feel
What's
it.
your sign?
take a wild guess.
Leo?
No.
Sagittarius?
Close.
Capricorn.
Hola.
Are you right after me?
Yes.
So yeah, Aquarius.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, right
Yes.
after you, Sagittarius. Okay,
Yeah.
December or November?
December 15th.
Capricorns be a vibe, though.
Yeah, Capricorn is a vibe.
No, Capricorn is not just a vibe.
Oh, get it correct.
We end the
sis.
year and we start the year.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
So-
fact.
Period.
Yeah. fact.
That's
Mhm.
true.
Yes, I'm a Capricorn. Yeah. So yeah, the single is I Be The One. Look out for it. As soon as I get back home to St. Martin tomorrow, I start to shoot the video and it's gonna be out very soon.
Mm-hmm.
So
But you switched to not you. I was used to do R&B. But I remember you had literally come out with a post that you're going to stop doing soca.
yeah.
What happened there?
So
How you feel about that?
the thing is, you know, as island kids, we love soca music. You know,
Mhm.
we can always love it,
It's
but
in the blood.
it's in the blood. We can't run from it.
Mm.
But for me, it didn't feel
Natural
authentic.
to
It
you.
didn't feel, you know, and it worked and people loved it, but it wasn't what I wanted to do. So I don't want to say I'm not going to do it again. I still want
Yeah.
to incorporate that sound, but I wanted to tap into more of what I want to do and what how I
Yeah.
identify musically.
Because then it's not forced. Like, it just flows.
Exactly, you know?
Yeah.
So I have a genre that I'm tapping into right now. I don't think anybody has said it, but it's like Afro Soul. It's a fusion of
Yes,
We love
we all about
Afro
Afro.
soul.
yeah, you know, it's a fusion of different things and being
And
from
I feel
St.
like your
Martin.
vibe fits well with that.
Yeah.
So I'm
Style,
excited for that. Mhm.
Yeah. It's like a Creole because being from St. Martin is we are melting pot, so you can
It's
get different
true.
sounds out of us.
So that's gonna be on the EP.
Yes, that's the idea.
Are you heard that?
Ooh.
Whichever camera I gotta
Yeah.
look at.
You
Are you
tell me.
heard that? Hello?
Yes.
Oh
yes,
my
yes.
gosh.
Okay,
Nah.
well, talking about EPs and stuff coming out. Let's get into today's saucy sauce.
But the funny thing is, like, I was telling Jody, I get to know so much people from Twitter. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like I get to know.
That's where we know each other.
That's what I-
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Right. Don't follow me on Twitter, please.
No.
Don't do it.
Gosh, on X.
Well,
On X, child.
I don't ever. I don't
I
think
do that
I
to harass
ever
you.
call it X.
Lord.
I don't ever call it X.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I be seeing what you think a lot of the time, and
I don't. What do you think? I want to
well,
know.
I know you stand Nicki Minaj. And Beyonce, like nobody could come for them two people. You be going out to people after people who like you really like
I try.
hard.
Honestly, I'm here for like talent. I'm here for
Mm.
integrity. I'm here for standing for something and falling for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
And that's how. And she's a Sagittarius. Nikki is a Sag. So
Yes.
it's like,
Fuck your
and
shit.
I fuck with Sagittarius. Like everybody around me is a Sag. My dad is a Sag.
Ooh.
My sister is a Sag. My best friend is a Sag.
What?
Yeah, they just everywhere. You know what I mean?
It's the energy, yo.
Yeah, you know, and I stand my Nikki with her. She have her antics here and there, you know, not everybody love her
Yeah.
because of those things. But like I said, she stand for something. And
Yeah.
yes, I would not consider myself one of the delusional barbs, but I am
You
a
just a
barb.
barb.
Yeah, it's just a barb. Like if she do wrong, I'm gonna be like, girl, like,
What are
you know what I mean? But
You
I
gonna call
can't-
you that friend who will call out shit. But
Exactly.
you still her friend at the end of the
I
day.
gonna pull you up on your shit, but
Okay,
then
that
I
makes
still
sense.
here with you. But Drake ain't shit for not having her on the album though. That's all I
You
gotta
think
say.
they would ever collab again? I don't know. I feel like Beyonce's not with this shit.
Listen, they have a collab in the works, right? Nicki and Drake, they have a collab in the
them
works.
too.
And
Oh,
he
so
had
them.
mentioned it on tour and he still ain't put her on the album. Talking about the album, what are you thinking about it? Are you just
I feel like I waste my time.
I ain't gonna lie, I listened to it this morning. It was trash. Like, I don't know. I wanted to listen to it, especially before this episode, to kind of
Mm-hmm.
bring it into the topic. But honestly and truly, I feel like it was very redundant.
Mm-hmm.
Very, like, just, it sounded the same. I had liked Bad Bunny because it was Dembow, and I love Bad Bunny and Dembow, but the beginning was cringe.
Bad Bunny.
You have a song with Bad Bunny?
Mm-hmm. Well, he's
I ain't
speaking
gonna lie, that
Spanish
song
and
hit.
it's a vibe.
It's
You
a
know,
vibe,
like,
but he was a culture vulture in that song because he sing in
That's
Spanish,
Drake.
then he bring up the Caribbean accent.
I'm
On
more
the
mind blown
Dembow.
Like,
about
really
the way you
random.
pronouncing this.
What?
It's
Dembow.
not Bad Bunny.
It's Bad
wait,
Bunny, Bad
Bunny.
Bunny, Bad
Oh.
Bunny, Bad
Bad
Bunny.
Bunny.
I was like, I gotta
Yeah,
write
the Spanish people them
Yeah.
says Bad Bunny.
Oh,
Bad Bunny, see?
But
Pero-
yeah, no, and
oh my gosh.
it was very like man them listening to it today. I feel like their heads just gonna be filled with more trash than it
Yeah.
already has. Cause the way I even note down lines, man was saying what she needs something, so she need to get on her knees or something. What?
But
Like,
even like Slime Me Out. Okay, I love SZA, but she on the album twice. I feel like he's very good at knowing like what wave to write. 'cause
yeah,
he knows
very
Yeah.
much so.
SZA is the shit. Like she's been the shit.
She will always be
she'll
the
always
shit.
be the shit.
Yeah,
But right now
I
she
love
really
her.
is. You know,
That
Yeah.
girl.
That girl.
Yes.
Of course, yeah, I might buy J. Cole.
Yeah, we
Best
know
song
you-
on the album,
That
Sorry.
is the best song on the
It
album
is.
because
Yeah.
of J. Cole.
Yeah.
Really and truly. But I just feel like I couldn't get to the end of it. It was too long on
I
top of
skipped
that.
to the end.
Very much so. We was listening to it. I was with Troy, my cousin, who I staying with here. And I was like, let's put on an album because I tried to listen to it, didn't work. So I'm like, if you do it other people, it might, you know? And then 3 songs in, we having a whole conversation about, what you eat yesterday, you know? And the music playing in the background, and it's like, we forget this album.
Yeah,
art. That's how you know.
it is
It's
shit.
trash.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sorry,
really
no.
is. It
I'm
is.
sorry. That's the worst for album run ever.
And he was hyping it up because I heard he was saying like he gonna bring back the old Drake or whatever.
What old Drake? I
Where?
didn't see Drake. You
And
even was like, it's
even-
time for him to hang it up. And I was like, flat.
It
yes,
is, though.
that was the tweet. I was like, what I say? This is a nickname. So I just watch this lady on YouTube, right? And she just called him Champagne Thickums.
Oh no!
Yeah, what you say.
And it was so funny to me because everybody picked up on who it was.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, but it's time to hang it up.
Yeah.
Like,
That's crazy.
I don't know. And even the topics, you know, the topics that he was touching on, it's like, even
It's
him.
Okay,
much.
but let me get into that because he
Yeah.
getting other than like all the drama that's starting because of the album. Like just last night, Joe Budden and him
Oh,
was
my
going
God.
back and forth.
Oh yeah, because he called out a bunch of people subliminally or something. on
No,
the album.
who? Yeah, Drake is yes.
Yeah.
But Joe Budden was just basically telling him it's time to grow up and
Mhm.
start rapping about shit adults just rap about.
Mhm.
And like,
Drake got in his feelings.
and he got his feelings and like. He read him. Somebody was
filth.
like, "Are you Phaedra Parks?" Like,
yes.
like
Yes.
he read him for filth.
Mhm.
But I hate when celebrities like to mention like, "What are you not accomplished yet and what you don't have?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"We live in a modest home."
Yeah.
You come for Joe
Wait,
Budden,
Drake came for Joe Budden like
Yes,
that.
in
Like-
He needs
response.
to humble himself.
Yeah.
but I mean, he was Joe Budden lying though, and everybody like I see a tweet this morning that somebody was like Drake known for like fucking girls at 16, 17 in the UK,
Oh.
and I was just
Because
like,
he could do it here.
you
Because
could
that
do it.
was the age of consent.
Oh,
For
I
sure.
actually don't know that.
Mhm.
You
Europe,
know
the
what
age
boy
of
math
consent
is?
like-
Not knowing math, but knowing the age of consent in every country.
Oh, okay, and that's him.
Sorry, I had to put that in there.
That's champagne thickums.
That's-
Okay.
That is crazy though.
But I just find it. He's.
But I feel like
Cut
his
it.
emotions is
I mean,
always
to cut you off.
lean.
I can cut it. It's okay if I pause. I have to pee so bad.
No
That's
problem.
okay. Okay,
Yeah.
please. But
Go.
pause. Put a pause in.
That was
I've
so-
been holding for the last 2 minutes.
It's to your left and then to your left. What? We
Okay.
good. Okay. We
Yeah. Now I have Gullet is literally 16, the age of
You
consent.
see?
back. In the UK?
Mm-hmm.
In Europe.
But what's the
In
age of
Europe.
consent to an older man?
What you
As
mean?
in, like, they have age of consent, but don't you feel like, okay, if that's the age of consent, 16 to like 18, makes sense. But then once you pass that, it becomes
There's like
petty.
the legal age of consent is just like your morals.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
yeah.
Because you should know you can't do nothing as a how old your old man. You can't do nothing with a 16,
This man
17 year
pushing
old.
40.
Okay?
Woo!
Yeah.
Drake is
Drake is
pushing-
about to be 40.
Yes.
Because Nicki Minaj just turned 40. So
Yes.
yeah.
Yo, I would be so
So-
shocked by these things.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, so he should know better. He should have known better. His album was not up to par.
Not at
The
all.
Drake fans are gonna love it, of course.
No,
I'm not a Drake
well,
fan.
Actually,
even.
like
Some
I
of them
don't
say it
even.
was
I
rushed.
actually feel like a lot of people just like they're not with it.
No.
Oh, wow.
I ain't heard nobody say they like the album.
I ain't gonna lie, I heard 2 people say
Really?
they like the album, but they 2 trifling men, so it makes
Dogs.
sense.
That's
But
what
okay,
it was
even
called
the
for the
title-
dogs.
Dogs.
The title itself is given like.
I feel like
Trash.
now you shouldn't be bringing that type of content
And
out.
the energy, yeah.
But I
It's
see a
already a
TikTok where
disconnect.
it's like he riding the wave of all the misogyny that's going on right now in the
Mhm,
world. And like
mhm.
right now we have a real bad problem between like men and women.
Heavy.
TikTok, Andrew Tate,
Okay.
Kevin Samuels.
The disrespect is just getting worse.
And he know like because that's a conversation piece, like he going to like cater to those people that
Yeah.
love that shit.
Yeah.
And that is
Culture,
Drake.
culture.
And it's like I understand having that mindset, but like he choosing to be ignorant, you know, he's choosing to be
Exact.
that way. And if you have that
Mm.
choice and that's the side that you pick, like that says a lot about you. And that's what me personally, I could appreciate Drake's music, but I will never be a fan of Drake
As a
because
person.
yeah, it just don't
Mhm.
sit with me. It
Okay.
Kinda
doesn't.
like Tory.
But I was gonna ask you, how big are you on like separating like the art from the artist?
Artist.
See, I do believe in separating the art from the artist because you can't blame the art, you know? It's like people
Especially
gonna
as an artist.
as a
like,
artist.
You have that
Mhm.
perspective fully.
100%,
Yeah.
you know? But we live in a day where social media is at the forefront, where
Mm.
artists aren't sheltered anymore to the sense of where you don't see who they are as a person, but
Yeah.
now they put everything to the
Mm.
forefront, you know? So we have no choice but to connect the art to the person because that's the time we
Exactly.
live in right now. So yeah, I'm going to connect it. I'm going to connect the two. You
And
know?
that's why Drake confuses me because I feel like his music back then, he was a lover boy. You know, he was giving music that was for,
Mhm.
I don't know, like,
But you don't feel like that was because we was younger and going through it?
Yeah, and we didn't know better.
Like,
true,
we was-
but now he do a full 180 where it just completely contradicts what he used to sing about. Because if you listen to his albums then and you listen to it now, it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like he used to really be for, I guess, was he for women though? Are we trying to think?
I feel like he was for, to a level, he was for women.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel
Take
like
Care and all of them tunes.
he's just been hurt. Like he just sounds very hurt.
He's a good
fuck him
example
up.
of, yeah,
Rihanna
swerve.
fuck
What the
him
boy
up.
Matt thing.
Listen,
But
The
he's
boy
a good
Matt
example.
thing. You know the boy Matt, like boy Matt is getting heartbroken at 17 and then hating women for the rest
for the
of
rest
their
of
life.
your life.
But he's a good example of a lot of men because that's exactly
How
what's
they
happening with
feel.
a lot of men. They get hurt by one woman
Mhm.
and then they just hate
Mhm.
women, basically.
Mhm.
And
Period.
put them all in a box.
Mm,
And he put he
no, yeah.
his perspective is, you know, putting all women in a box. And speaking of putting women in a box,
Yeah.
the movie, the Barbie movie. The irony.
Okay. Now you
I did my little research. I did my
But you know why I did the because I feel like that whole thing of men hating women was not after a woman do them bad, to be honest.
What do you think?
I feel like it, you know, like how you can't really trigger somebody to be racist. They're just racist.
Mm.
I feel like when it comes to men hating women, I don't feel like women fully triggered them to hate women. They just emphasize the hate that they have for women because now they have an excuse and now they have something to latch on.
Yeah.
I feel like growing up, just like we mentioned before, the lack of respect has always been there because they see us as inferior.
Mhm.
And that hate comes from the fact that they could see us as an object. So if you're tired of something or it's not, you ain't see the trend about when your boyfriend starts hating you? This
Oh,
Twitter
yeah.
trend about when I started hating my girlfriend?
Yeah.
Yes, I
And it's
did
like,
see that.
damn, like y'all really don't like y'all girls, like for
They
real.
don't like women, period. I'm sorry. There's a level to it where
And
it's
I
like,
feel-
they say men in love with their boys, but women are more attractive.
Mm.
And there's levels where
There's even
y'all
the
get-
level of like black women and
Yo.
like
On
how
top of
worse
that.
how worse it is.
and that's a conversation that needs to be had.
Like how much they hate us. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I get what you mean. But I don't know what I always like to think of like where I come from and I guess it's like
Patriarchy.
yeah. But like do you
Like in
feel
the Barbie
like
movie.
that you grew up around a lot of women?
Yeah.
And I feel like they have a lot of men that grew up along or like around a lot of women. It's like how that still happened though.
Because society influences you more than where you grow up.
Yeah.
75% of your influences come from outside.
And not within your home.
Yeah. So however society's condition, like that's why I would be afraid to raise my child in society now, because I could only do so much at home.
Yeah.
I could only tell my son how to treat a woman so much. What happens outside, I have no control over. And I feel like
so
that's where the disconnect like really comes from.
And it's scary, you know.
It's scary.
And it's like, I'd be so skeptical.
Skeptical. We have that same problem.
That's crazy. Skeptical of even bringing kids into this world, because it's like you're going to be exposed to so much, you know. And I'm going to implement as much as I can in you, but
yeah, she said that like she bring her child on a boot.
But it's like at home, I want to make you feel as comfortable as possible, you know, so you can have your own way of thinking, your own mind. But the people outside, it's like when I look at kids growing up, even being back home, they're so quick to talk down to women, so quick to bash them. And it's like, bro, like, you know that this is your mother, like, this is your sister. You know what I mean?
Literally.
Respect her. Hold her to the highest standard as possible. And everything is just everything is so unserious. Yeah. You know?
I was reading this book recently, and I was like, am I also part of the problem? They was talking about how, like, back in the day, like, because, like, certain things were so central in our households, like religion and having respect for, like, certain things, because you were so rooted in faith and stuff like that. And then, like, I look at, like, a lot of the Muslims up here, and they would not, like, of course you have your exceptions, but they just, how they look at, like, their mother, and they, like, respect them because of their faith. And I'd just be like, yeah. I don't know if that really have a role to play in it. Like, we really just...
And it's like...
I don't know. But I also myself not really the biggest religious person. That was like, am I also part of the problem?
But what you mean, like, you're part of the problem in the sense that how you grow up religiously...
Like
no, I mean, like, moving forward,
in
like,
that sense?
no, just in the sense of, like, when you're rooted in, like, a lot of people that really grew up in Christian households, or, like, even, like, Muslims, like, they have a certain respect for their elders, especially Muslims, like, how they look at... even though there's a whole conversation between that, how they look at women.
That's a different
But one. I mean, like, they just do not ever disrespect their mother or, like, their elders, period. Facts. And I feel like, especially our parents' time, they also had that to an extent. I feel like it was really rooted in, like, the church and community and all those things. And I feel like we lose that, especially the sense of, like, community and, like, taking care of each other.
Completely.
I feel like that's why that also play a role in it. But with gender roles and thing, like, that was a whole lot of conversation. I don't mean that. I just mean, like, how we respect each other and, like, go about, like, certain things. But I was like, I never think about that when I read it.
I actually had a question, because I felt like there's certain things we used to do or internalize when we was younger that we realize it now is a problem. And I wanted to know, like, if you had, like, internalized misogyny that you realized you had and had to unlearn.
I don't know. Because if I have to get deep, I feel like I grew up in a household where, like, my father's from a country where it's like there's gender roles. Yeah. So, like, I grew up where it's like they had it in the house, and me and my brother was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, that's never going to be me. Yeah. And I'm not subscribing to
Y'all
this.
used to question stuff.
We used to question so much stuff, and it wasn't even as bad as, like, I ain't coming from my family. But, like, my father's side of the family, like, I remember we went to visit one of my uncles in New York, and his wife had just do a womb surgery. And when I tell you, this woman walked down 3 flights of stairs because she still had to make her husband breakfast.
Oh, wow.
And then me and my mother was just like,
the fuck?
What? Like, that's not happening, like, ever. And I feel like I grew up really questioning
that. Because you just can't see yourself doing that.
Yeah. So I don't think of course, I had my pick-me moments. I feel like we all have that growing up. But I don't...
A minor one was saying that I was more friends with guys because girls was less dramatic. Oh. I feel like that to a level was... I don't know, because I feel like that was gaslighting my friends who was girls. Because they're not dramatic. Well, they was dramatic. Y'all was dramatic.
I mean, we are, but I feel like we actually express ourselves.
Exactly.
That's the difference.
And back then, especially when you're young, you navigating your emotions.
Yeah.
So now, of course, I notice myself like gravitating more to women. But that's because there's a level of maturity but appreciation I have more that I feel like I didn't have back then. Because back then, even with the whole misogynistic kind of...
I want to kill this fly.
I know. It's checking like, y'all got food? I'm pulling up.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, back then with the whole just... I don't know, misogyny always been there. It was always a competition amongst women too. And I noticed that like I would be fighting for some guys' attention. And I realized that was a problem. Like growing up, I was like, this man? I fighting for his attention? So that's certain things I internalized. I had to be like, I gotta check myself.
Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like, you know, of course everyone's different and it everyone differs from the way they're growing up and the type of environment that they were in. And there's someone for everyone, you know, when it comes to relationships and friendships. And I feel like, you know, misogyny can be something that a woman is okay with and understanding that this is who her man... This is the role that her man plays in her life, and this is the role that she has to play, you know? But then there are women that are more for the idea of, I'm independent and I'm not going to rely on you, you know? So it really depends on a person. For me in particular, I could understand a woman wanting to be in that position of, I need a provider, and this is what I'm looking for in a man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But I feel like that's because a lot at the same time, like at this point, like we deserve it. I deserve at this point,
but
like,
honestly though, we
I
out
want
here
to
acting
just,
like
chill
we
it.
independent. We are independent, but do we want to be? That's the question.
Yeah.
For me, I would not mind, because I'm learning to crochet now. I would not mind staying home and crocheting a little blanket for my man or a scarf.
Filling your day with whatever the fuck you want to do.
Also doing passion projects that are just fueled not by an economic perspective, not or to make money because I need to provide for myself. More like I have so much like love to give in a sense, and I could do this in a project and, you know, impact people around me rather than seeing the money aspect. He could just go make the money and then come home and I could tell him about the project.
Exactly.
But I think we talk about it before. We talk about it before. It's like, I think as women, like, it's not that we never didn't want it. It came with a lot of disrespect.
Yeah.
And it came with a lot of like belittling us and like seeing us as nothing. And then it's like, okay, well, I can't stay at home and do
at the end of the day, it's a balance. At the end of the day, you know, like me particularly, like I want to have, I need things to be 50-50, you know? Yeah. I know, like I want to provide as well, but I want to also see you put your best foot forward to show me that, okay, I'm not just relying on you to provide. How can we put our brains together for us to evolve together?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's what it
both
comes
of y'all
to.
Bringing something to the table. And he might bring the plates and I gonna bring the cutlery.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, something being brought.
And we meet each other halfway.
No, it's facts.
But I also thinking like, I don't mind it, but I still think because of like not just how we all grew up in general, that I gonna have a hard time like being like, this man really out there working and like home. Like, am I safe? As I would still feel like, no, I can't do that. Like I gonna feel like I can't trust it, if that makes sense.
Touching on that. So it goes, let's a couple
take
steps
it back.
back.
Take it back.
Yeah.
How are you feel about who pays on the first date?
Oh.
Do it. I didn't know if you heard the first episode.
I know, and I watched this, you know. I watched it.
Look, a guy actually asked me about this. He was like really genuinely, how do you feel about... To be honest, it's not like a deal breaker for me. However, in most cases, or I feel it's more likely that he will come to me to ask for a date because I haven't built up the cojones yet to really pull up a man. And I'm coming soon though, because y'all shy out here. But that's a sense of you taking the initiative. And I think for me, I just know myself. I'm a big person on initiative. I love it when people take initiative. And I think with regards to the dynamic between me and a man, I feel like he just got to bring that energy.
Yeah.
That's simple. I just need to know that you could take care of stuff.
Right.
I feel like relying on me to take care of stuff on the first date, you're not really starting out on a good foot. So,
see,
it's hard because that's when you're talking about two different genders.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Okay, so then back to what you say, you know, primarily, like you said, you wouldn't be the one to approach a dude.
Not yet. I'm trying.
Right, you're trying. So automatically, if a dude comes to you and asks you out on a date, I feel like the person that asks should pay.
That's
so
why, yeah.
it would just fall into place for you in that case.
That's why I
mean?
bring that aspect up. I feel like if I ask a guy out, then I do understand the dynamic of me taking care of the date.
Yeah.
I just don't see that happening.
Right.
For the first date.
Exactly, and that's you.
But you would go into it with money in your pocket.
Of course. You ain't going on a date with the money in your pocket.
No, but I mean, like, if somebody asks you...
Dine and
dash.
dash.
Yeah. Like,
just in case, because you never know who you're dealing with. Let me tell you the complete honest truth, okay?
Exactly.
But, like, with that, because they also have that question of, like, especially what we were speaking about on the last episode about you making more than your partner. I feel like, do you feel a way if you making more than your partner and then you expect them to pay first?
I feel like...
But you know that the first day?
That's the thing.
True.
That's the thing. Because I guess the further you go into the relationship, then you would have that transparency and you would know, your income. So I feel like then you have the conversation about, okay, you know what I can't handle. Babe, can you take care of this, please? Sure. You have that communication. Yeah. But if as a man you're making more, I feel like every single time, like, it's just normal.
It is, and that's the struggle I facing. I ain't gonna lie, I'm an overachiever. So I feel like I'm gonna be...
Yeah.
But I don't really care if, like, my man is making less. But I still want that, like, energy of I could take care of things. You just you get creative with it in a sense.
Exactly.
You can at least be Bob the Builder.
Build something.
Do something.
Like, do something in the house. But if you can't even change the light bulb.
Yeah, then you know one for me. It's like...
Oh, come on. And then I also cooking, cleaning, providing.
I ain't gonna lie, if you could cook, wow.
That's a giveaway. That's like a oof.
That's big brownie point.
Yeah.
But you see, I think that also goes back to, like, we just, as women, we just do so much. You say that all the time. I can't remember if you said in an episode. We just do so much outside our life. Like, for work, who we are. Like, we have to work 10 times harder in life, period.
Just as a woman, period.
So now when I come home, like, I don't have to do that all the time again.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I find it's hard. But they talk about it in a Barbie movie, as you say.
Yes.
But you
mentioned it twice.
I did not watch it, but Troy actually gave me a quick summary of the movie, and from what I understood, it also touches on the misogyny concept.
The main thing of it is misogyny, like heavy.
But I tell her, like, I don't know if I didn't really like it, but you loved it.
Oh, you loved it.
I enjoyed the cringy humor because it is a cringy occurrence that's happening today, period. Right. I feel like the way they brought it across, why I loved it? Because I knew the references. Sasha, the daughter, that was Bratz, right? I was a big Barbie, like, fan. And I always used to play with dolls and stuff. So seeing the outfits, I think the nostalgia made me like it more than anything. Because I noticed the Easter eggs. But also just the obvious message being covered with humor for me was necessary because this is a topic people won't grasp if they feel attacked, especially men. However, they still didn't grasp it. So I feel like they didn't succeed in what message they were trying to bring across. But I did enjoy it. I ain't gonna lie.
But
as in, it wasn't, sorry.
No.
It was
as in, it wasn't clear enough, like, in the end?
It was clear, but if you have that level of awareness.
Right.
I feel like people only could see things as deep as they could be honest with themselves. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people can't be honest with themselves that this is actually what's happening. Like, if you have in the beginning, Barbie goes to the beach, all the Kens is like fighting for her attention.
Yeah.
And in today's world, it's switched. These women fighting each other for man attention. And you see certain things that you could really, like, apply to what we're doing now. But even when she goes to the real world, and Ken is like, I feel so praised and I feel so seen. And she's like, I feel like I'm getting attention with an undertone of violence. You know how deep that is?
Yeah.
Because as a woman, I feel like what we could unite on with this whole misogynistic culture is that you don't feel a level of safety when it comes to just being objectified and everything. So I felt like them highlighting being objectified as a woman and what comes with it and men feeling superior to you.
Yeah.
It was necessary. Like,
yeah, it definitely was a message for sure.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
Oh yeah, what's your take?
Look, I agree with you. I just think like there's so many layers in the conversation of like this Barbie that's a white woman. So it's like her experience to me is just going to be different.
Yeah.
I also feel like, yes, a lot of the things they say, like when she said that line, I was like, preach. Like with the undertone of violence thing, I feel like that's how we feel. But I feel like the marketing of the movie, you feel like it was marketed to everybody.
But it really wasn't.
But I feel like who really need to get the message right now? Is it us or is it men? And I just feel like it wasn't the message. Like the movie was really, it speaks to us as women. But I feel like I went Megaplex to watch it, and coming out to the movie, all the people were just like, "What the fuck was that? I waste my money." Like da da da. And I was just like, so y'all just didn't get it. And I get it because if you're not in that world and you're not trying to understand certain things,
everything will go over your head.
It's gonna go right over your head, and I feel like that's where they missed the mark with the movie. I feel like
because of how it was marketed for the world,
it was
it couldn't apply to the world,
but it wasn't for the world. I feel like, and they dumb it down a lot of the times, and they had the like very good speech from America.
Yeah, that was a really good speech.
What her name is in the movie? But you know who's America, right?
America Ferrera?
Yeah, Ferrera. Yeah. She in a moment in the movie she had a speech where she really explained like we gotta do this, and women gotta do this, and women gotta do this. And I feel like, okay, everybody get that moment, but I feel like that was probably the only moment that people that like
they catch a little,
that they catch it. And I just feel like, I don't know. It was
they could have done more.
They could have just explained it more, and they had itsJojoRenée in it, and I was expecting to at least see her as a layer in the conversation of like, it's even worse for us out here, like, you know.
Yeah, as a black girl,
they had a good opportunity to do that.
There wasn't none of that for me.
Damn.
And that's where
that's where you stand.
I understand though. In terms of like the purpose of the movie, they didn't accomplish that mission fully. Because I do get what you mean, where there is a message, but they have it so watered down with like humor and stuff that you have to be so aware of it or be a woman, period, to get it. Because men won't get it.
But I even see some women didn't really like the movie. Maybe they just...
Yeah, they just didn't get it. They just didn't get it.
How could you not, though?
As a woman, right?
I know, right?
I ain't gonna lie, some women don't get it. You didn't see what happened to them at the end. When they was like brainwashed by the men. You know a lot of women are like that, right? What do they call them? NCPs?
But I see even hints like that.
NPCs?
NPCs, yes.
NCPs. they just
yes.
Oh, ice cream.
Pop.
That shit is crazy.
Lots of women don't tell moving like that for real.
Yeah.
And they see like there's the hints of that. Like I don't think everybody gets it. But like, yeah. And then until she come with a speech, they had like pop.
Yeah, it click in their brain.
Click and they went back to it. And like that's a metaphor to how like some women is out here.
So was it a good watch?
I feel like you should watch it. I feel like everybody should watch it.
I didn't watch the movie, you know. I like I said, I was summarized on it quickly, and from what the summary that was given to me, I kind of understood, but I think I have to watch it thoroughly to really pick up on those things for sure.
The funny thing is, you watched The Clone Tyrone. I didn't know you watched that.
I watched that. That was epic.
But the thing is, I watched that and Barbie in the same weekend.
Okay.
And I was just like, I was telling one of my friends on St. Martin at the time, they was like, but it's not the same. You can't compare it. I was like, no, but they both have big issues. Like, The Clone Tyrone is about, like, Black people in America and, like, the whole, like, how would you say it? Like, how they literally, like, have a factory and they're doing stuff to, like, brainwash Black people, especially in America. Like, it's down to the food, it's down to the music, it's down to the neighborhood, what they put in their hair. And, like, they have so many moments. I don't know if because you watch it.
Yeah.
I don't want to make
What's the name of it? Yeah, don't spoil it.
The
Clone Tyrone. I want to watch it.
But I want to say one moment. They had a moment where it's like, because some of them like brainwashed. And they was all like running after the main characters.
I think I know exactly which moment you're talking about.
Jamie Foxx was like, it was a typical thing your mother would tell you as a black woman. Like, you better not say another word or something like that. Or don't look something. I wish I could remember it. But like that like wake all of them up in a moment, and it's like, you know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember that part.
But it was a typical line that your parents would just tell you as a black person, and that wake them all up. And I feel like I was like, okay, it's not the same as Barbie, but like this message hit.
Yeah.
Like how they execute that.
How Barbie was supposed to hit.
How Barbie was supposed to hit. Okay. It just didn't hit.
Yeah.
I gotta watch that.
I think Barbie didn't hit also because it's so white-centered.
Exactly.
I feel like for us, Declan Tyrone is
like the name in itself.
We know exactly. It's familiar and it's very relatable. Barbie is not very relatable for us, at least.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So I was just like, it was ironic that I watched it in the same weekend. But I don't know. Okay. You should watch both of them.
I will. I definitely will. For sure.
Yeah. But I don't know. I feel like now it's just a level of what's gonna happen because I feel like with Drake album, I don't know, I feel like things gonna get worse.
Yeah.
Like, man, them gonna be out here thinking now, oh, Drake said it, so it's okay for me to just pull up and be like, oh, you want something? Get on your knees.
But that's why I'm happy that people not really liking the album.
Yeah.
Because they know better.
You see, it's the bubbles. Because you in the bubble where you see the people that don't like it, I actually seen people that like it. And that's what scares me.
That is scary. I'm sorry, they just don't know better. I just praying for them. I praying for Drake. Let's see, have to say a prayer for Drake because he is butthurt. He needs some serious. Like, do you feel like he does good? He goes to therapy. Like,
I feel like would the therapist be able to like handle?
Would they?
The therapist would need therapy.
Exactly.
If she's dealing with Drake.
After dealing with Drake,
I wanted to say this earlier and then leave my mind because he don't have the chain where he make it out of all the engagement rings.
Oh my God.
He's a Scorpio, she said.
Of course he's a Scorpio.
But also I feel like I've come to realize there's a difference between like male signs and like...
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Male Scorpios is one of the worst signs I've ever experienced in my life. Hands down.
Same.
Like, I don't know what it is with them, what's been in all your food when that time of the year was pulling up, but
it's rough.
It's coming.
I've dealt with a male Scorpio, very hands-on. One of the persons that I worked with, business-wise, and it just was not a great experience.
No. Do you want to talk about it?
Let's just say this person went on radio and just bashed my whole existence.
Really?
Yes.
This is something we don't know.
It's like, girl, what's going on?
What's wrong with you?
You see, it's them Scorpios. Yeah. But I was thinking, like, you think he actually proposed? Them 41 or 42 times.
To the women?
From the music video?
Yeah, for sure. It's Drake.
But the chain, he make a chain out of all the engagement rings he ever bought.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's real. I think
like
it's some truth to it. Yeah, like
it's like headline.
You know, Drake proposed. You better hear about all them 11 people. Like, come
you think they would have said yes though?
Shit, I would have said.
Rihanna didn't even say yes.
Now you bashed them the whole.
I would have said yes. And a week later, I would have been like, "I'm sorry," but.
Oh my God.
I would have said yes. Then a week later, I would be like, "I'm sorry, I can't do this." But and it's like I say, he proposed.
I mean, shit. Drake proposed to me.
That's true, but he have the ring still. But now, boy, I feel like it's where we at now. Mm-hmm. But I was telling you last episode because you was like, you're going to get.
I hope it get really fuck up so that we can start realizing and waking up.
We're already here.
I do feel like we here, but I don't feel like we here enough because people still NPCs.
Yeah,
you need to be there. This relates to the last episode. People are NPCs. And it's not fucked up enough because they're still stuck in that. There's no America Ferrera to cuss at them because it's not that bad yet. It's not in their face. People didn't take global warming seriously until it was global boiling.
Yep.
These NPCs, I'm talking to y'all, not going to take it serious until it blow up in their face. So that's why I meant, like, it need to get worse. It's bad, but...
Slowly, more people are being aware, More people are aware of it, but... It's like a wake-up call is what's necessary for those.
And you thinking is bad because you more awake. You know what's good. A lot of people out here think is bad, but it's bearable. For me, I don't think it's bearable to this point. But for us, it's because we know if you had Samsung your whole life and you never touched the iPhone, you think Samsung is okay.
The best, yeah.
When you touch an iPhone, you realize, and that's when you wake up. Sorry for y'all. I have to use that as an example.
But I was like, do I want to come for Americans again? But I feel like I have this friend I live over there, and then he just be telling me about his experiences, and I'll just be like, I really think it's where you live.
It is. America different. Have you seen Love is Blind? America is different.
Especially this last season.
No, but you up to date?
Still last season with Lydia and
no,
So
but the
Friday,
last
the episodes that
episode
come out on Friday.
I
almost to the end. Almost to the end of those episodes that came out.
I didn't watch.
What
I
are y'all
only watched the
thoughts?
beginning of the other episode, and I was like, I can't take this anymore.
They are so like toxic and so insecure and.
But I do think
like,
it's where he lived. Because if you look at Love Island UK, Love Island Australia, and then Love Island USA,
3 different
Love
things.
Island USA is completely different.
Yeah.
So you could tell, and I know I always be coming for Americans, but I have a valid standpoint because a lot of what I experience is not all of what I experience. However, there's so many like tells from their TV to the people that you meet. There's a trend when it comes to them, and I think it's just toxic. Like, girl.
But what I come to realize though, and that was me getting a little deep, that like we had the luxury of like living in a place where we was the majority.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think like when you live in the country with the oppressor for so long, and you segregated and had to go through all of that.
It's so
to
much.
this day, are you just getting gunned down for just existing?
Facts.
Like,
I even
you're
said that
going
with
to
Donald's
be-
episode.
Yeah, very, very traumatized.
you're
very
going to
affected.
be
And you don't even realize it. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
And that's why I said, when I, like in the episodes ago, when I come for them, I don't mean it maliciously because I actually feel bad to a level because a lot of what they think they had no control over is a conditioning that they really need to unlearn, but it's so deep. It's in what they eat, it's in what they see, it's in the music
They
they
clone
listen to.
Tyrone. I better watch it.
It's wild, but even if you like really look at this is also deep. If you look into the frequency of the music you listen to and the effects that it has on you, I feel like so much of the music they listen to is pushed out in such a low frequency, and then on top of that they have low vibrational food because everything got like a block of butter and more, and it just trickles into how they speak to each other, their negativity, the toxicity, the stimulation of toxicity is just normal for them.
Yeah, and it's almost a given for them to just be in that space.
Yeah.
It's like
For them it's normal. It's
they
like
don't know
us talking
better.
now.
Yeah.
When you like music wise though, you would have maybe when you was younger, you wanted to like blow up in America.
That was a dream.
And how you feel now?
The complete opposite. I swear to God.
So what
I even made the decision because I had a decision to move between St. Martin and Bordeaux. after secondary, and I chose to go to New York, and it was like in hopes of making the connections and blowing up and everything. And it's like, no, because I see this is a whole other, corner or pocket. But even now I see how certain stars talk about their experiences in the industry and how cutthroat it is. It's like, I don't want to have to deal with, submitting to these executives. Like, I just care about the connection that I make with my niche audience.
You have a purpose.
You know what I mean? So fuck all that being famous and all that shit. Like, if I can make as much money as I can, because of course we need money.
Yeah.
If I could do that and do what I love and have my people that love me for me and not just for the gimmick and everything that's around me, then I'm good with that. But that dream of being this pop star, this superstar, that shit is overrated as hell.
I was thinking about it. I put on Twitter, like, if I was famous, y'all be disappointed in me.
Yes, I saw that.
Every week. Because of the whole Thames thing. So everybody was like, you put your heart. I think we really be seen.
Are you really be backing for on Twitter?
We really do, because it's like, that's a whole
you
world.
see things, it's like, and then you're like, and you keep scrolling.
Yeah. Do you know about the Thames thing? No?
Come inform me, people.
No.
I don't be on Twitter.
Okay, so like, so Tam, she has this new single, right? Me and You, and she posted a couple pictures, promoting it, and she was literally referencing, one of the Orishas, the African goddesses, and like Yamaya, the Orisha, she
she's
Oshun.
Oh yeah,
Oshun, and she's like goddess of water, and she did with the crystals in her hair and everything.
Yeah.
And someone was like, oh, wow, she's embodying, this goddess. And she was like, no, this is about Jesus Christ. And he's my Lord and Savior. And he's this and he's that. And everybody was like, Like, you sure? Like, there's nothing Christian about this. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then you watch the music video and she literally like in the water and it's candles and now one cross, now one Bible. And it's like, girl.
But I think also people was disappointed is because like you trying to, like, you can't be proud of like those African goddesses,
especially
and, like,
where you come from,
proud of that,
you know. And I don't want to bash Christians, I don't want to bash her beliefs, but it's like it does not go in line at all with what you saying it is. 100%. And I don't want to blame her creative director, but I feel like he knew exactly, or she, whoever it is, knew exactly what message they were bringing across through her music video. You know?
Exactly. It's not like this their first day at a job.
Yeah, don't be oblivious.
But then people was really like, we really coming for people for like expressing their love for God now. And then it was like,
it's one thing to express your love for God, but it's one thing when we see something for what it is.
And that wasn't it. Because I watched the music video like 20 minutes after it come out. I was like, I want to see this.
Yes.
And my girl, the first time I see her dancing on music video,
yes.
But she was like dancing sensually or the
like,
Afro?
It was more like spiritually.
Like spiritually. More like you would think she trying to channel her
yes,
African
it was giving Obia. It definitely was.
Tell me how you feel.
I'm sorry. But it was giving Obia.
Oh my God.
To the T.
Yes. Okay. But I was just like, I wouldn't, because I don't know. I feel like the only person that could not do wrong in anybody else is Beyonce.
And she gonna tell you what it is.
I ain't gonna lie, you know, I get so emotional watching like her and Blue Ivy and the progress of Blue Ivy. They made a compilation of all Blue Ivy's performances and just seeing her tear up. And I think her tearing up was, okay, she's great. She was grateful for the love that she received from everybody, but I think that was also a moment for her to be proud of herself.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure she saw it's a lot of pressure now.
Yeah, they bullied the poor girl.
Yeah, she been bullied since she born.
From her hair to
her looking like Jay-Z.
Yes.
Right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I remember when the first video come out with her, and I think it was France. I don't know when she performed for the first time.
Somewhere in Europe.
It was somewhere in Europe,
and then to see her every time she just keep like embodying like.
And you know what's crazy?
It's my bloodline.
That's like, yes. There you go, right? Nobody can hit this like, look. You see this, y'all? The first thing she ripped out here, but 10 days later, that girl do whoop.
Yes. Like,
no, but one thing that aligns with that, like the first night of the Renaissance tour, people were saying how Beyonce ain't dancing as much and she dead and she just chill. It kind of was the same thing for Blue. Like, I feel like somehow.
She didn't forget her.
Yeah, the fist pump. Yeah, you know? And it's like, it was the same thing for her. Like, they mirrored each other in that sense where I'm going to give you a little bit and then you're going to see how I'm going to evolve throughout this tour. You know what I mean? And that was a beautiful moment for sure. I didn't get to go. I was supposed to go to the Orleans, but then the king was like, Kenyo, we got to stay. I was like, no problem.
Duty calls.
Oh my God. No, I was like, I didn't think, like, she released that she's going to do the movie. And I thought, another Beyonce tour. I feel like this was history.
Yes.
I feel like we just witnessed like one of the greatest fucking tours
in
history.
Yes.
And probably people have feel like that with Michael Jackson and them ones.
But this is our modern day.
This is our
modern day. And I was just like, because I went to On the Run 2.
Okay.
And that was also good. Like, that was also really great. But I was like, it was her and Beyonce. I was like,
her and Jay-Z.
It is.
Her and Jay-Z. Right.
I mean, in my head. But I mean, like, it was Beyonce and Jay-Z. And I feel like, I had to show him in the tour. Whereas I feel like if I had went to this one, it would have been just her. And just even the ballroom scene, which I love, was a big, like, thing in
even her including Amapiano.
Yes, within it. And
Uncle
it's like...
Waffles.
Yes.
And it's, like, so inspiring to me and, like, motivating because it's like this was dedicated to us, like the community, and it's like what the hell, like she just chose to do it, you know what I mean? And people didn't get it at first, but you know, when you really listen to the album and everything, how everything connects, and it was in tribute to her uncle that she lost as a kid, and he died from HIV, and it's like
I didn't know that.
She it was for her, it was in tribute to Uncle Johnny.
Oh, Oh,
her
yeah,
mother,
Uncle
sister
Johnny made my
dress.
dress.
She looks a mess. You know, so that was just very inspiring and motivating for me to be like, yo, as a person of the community and as a person who is living the dream, you know, living my dream as an artist, you can still be in tune with yourself. Like, don't hold nothing back. Be liberated. Love yourself, you know? So.
Oh, yeah, I wanted to ask, as a person of the community, how you feel like your reception is being in the limelight in SM and how it differs maybe when you travel or whatnot.
When I travel. Okay, so that's also one thing that goes in line with like the soca genre, you know, it's more catered to specifically women.
Hands
you know what
down.
I mean? So that was something, it was a bit of a block for me. And see how we go back to connecting the music to the artist. The artist to the person, to the art to the person, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to take a step back and analyze myself and be like, again, is this what I want to do? Does this connect with me as an artist? Do I relate to this 100%? No, but that doesn't mean that I can't make the music. I can't cater to women in that way. You know what I mean? And I'm fluid. I'm very fluid when it comes to that. So I took a step back, and being home, it was not easy. You know, being on stage, I was always respected. Very different. I was always respected, but you would still hear things here and there. And I always chose to ignore the noise. You know what I mean? Like, when we go back, even the whole topic of the homophobic songs that gets played. When in the club and stuff like that. There was a whole movement with Raul and all that stuff.
Shout out to you, Pooh.
Yeah, pretty boy, I already know. Even that whole thing is like, I had conversations with DJs about it, and to them it's like, yeah, we get it, but we have to do our job. And I'm like, I understand, but if you say, okay, yeah, you get it, but
then you don't
get it.
You know what I mean? It completely invalidates everything you said before that.
Absolutely. So cool. We can have the discussion, but if you know you're gonna stick to what you just do, then go right ahead. You know,
just do it with your chest at least.
Exactly.
Don't act like you out here trying to, you know,
and make it seem like, oh my God, I can't believe you're doing this to me. Like, no, it's rightfully done. It's very simple, you know. So go ahead, no problem. We just gonna agree to disagree, and that's that. But it wasn't easy. It was easy for me to avoid and ignore, but it wasn't easy to receive, you know, like the feedback that I would get, knowing who I was and knowing what I stand for, you know what I mean? But no, I'm very comfortable with myself. St. Martin right now is in a place where you can still live freely, you know, but definitely being here in the Netherlands, it's like...
It's a different scene.
Whole different ballgame.
It's
so different.
And they really have spaces for everybody. That's the difference with NL. I feel like it don't matter who you are or whatever, they have a space for you and a community. And it's one that is respected. I feel like here people, they don't respect each other fully, but there's respect.
Exactly. It's there.
So
you're coming back. Yay.
I'm coming back. I'm putting back up. You already know what's going on. I got a lot to do. I got so much to do.
And we excited to see it.
Yes. I'm gonna give you guys a little something.
Yes! I'm so excited.
Please.
All right. This is I Be the One. It's very simple, very quick.
We're gonna be your backup dancers. Let's get ready.
Yeah, you're tired of the waste man. The dirty waste man. Yeah. The sim nana. You're feeling stuck like glue. I switch it up, nothing to stick to. You wanna break the cycle, it's up to you to choose. So take my hand, will you? Yes, I'm aware of all the things you've been through. Don't worry, don't stress. I'll introduce you to something new. Only if you wanna hit the spot, let we spend some time. Get you taste of the Frenchman wine. And if you don't believe me, I can show you when you come and you gon' feel me.
Can you turn red? Oh my God, guys.
My mother would hate me, but I remember she was like, he's not into us. So
I mean, some kind of, you know.
I was upset.
You never know. You never know. Like I said, I'm fluid. So if you come with the right everything, you know.
Don't open that door now because I have to walk through.
So that'll be on the EP.
Yes.
Oh
the
my
EP is called, I've never disclosed this either. It's called Saturn's Return.
Y'all
Saturn's
be on
Return.
the lookout.
You hear it here first.
On VTV.
You heard it.
Yes.
VTV podcast.
Yes.
Oh, we
gosh.
appreciate you so
Jody,
much.
Haiti,
Yes.
thank you so much for
No,
having
thank
me.
you
Can
so
you
much
thank
for
you
coming
for
for
through.
blessing our new couch.
Yes.
And the new setup.
location. Hello.
New location.
Yeah. This for the thumbnail. There we go.
Oh, we did the
Yeah.
Over to
Are we trying to look at that?
Oh, over here. Okay.
Guys,
You know what I'm
it's still
saying?
trying to error,
We
guys.
feel like, you know.
Boom. Got it?
Yeah,
Boom,
we got
boom,
it. We
boom.
got it. We
No,
appreciate
thank
you
you
so
for
much.
coming
This
through,
was
man.
amazing. The energy
a
was
pleasure.
energy in. The vibes was
Beautiful.
vibing, and your voice pull up. Angelic as always.
Yes.
You.
Thank you to you guys
Yes.
for tuning in to Bite the Bullet podcast episode.
Episode.
I gotta listen there for a second.
Episode.
Episode.
Yes.
You can catch us bi-weekly on Tuesdays on this beautiful couch in this beautiful studio.
Yes. Oh, and last episode it was like cliffhanger, guys.
This was a cliffhanger.
This was one of the
Oh.
cliffhangers.
Yeah.
And I was the first guest.
You know-
Hello.
Yes. That's
And we was keeping this quiet for time.
Yes. I'm
There's so many times
happy.
we wanted to say things and we're like, oh shit, no, they're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, we
Yeah.
pull up. So more coming. There's more stuff coming. Be on the lookout. And y'all enjoy your week.
Thanks
And
for
we
tuning
out.
in. Bye.
Wow.